Okay, welcome back. Last time we challenged the Elite Four and won the Pokemon League, but in the process we lost Pascal, Izanami, and Vermilion. So, today we're going to start up the post-game and probably do most of the stuff at the battlefront here. Hey, it's French. It's been a while since I saw you, but you look stronger somehow. That's the impression I get, but your old man hasn't given up yet. Oh, yes, I have something for you. This came to you from someone named Mr. Briny. So now we have the SS ticket, so we can now get on the boat. A ticket for a ferry. If I recall, there are ferry ports in Slateport and Lily Cove. I'd better get back to the Petalburg gym. Mom, thanks for looking after the house while I'm away. Does she not have an actual name? Anyway, that dad of yours, he comes home for the first time in a while, but all he talks about is Pokemon. He should relax and stay a little longer. Anyway, news report time. Is that a breaking news story? We bring you this emergency news flash. In various Hoenn locales there have been reports of a colored Pokemon in flight. The identity of this Pokemon is currently unknown. We now return you to the regular movie program. Did you catch that? What colour did they say the Pokemon was? So, basically, you can choose red or blue. This will determine whether or not Latias or Latios will kind of spawn as a roaming Pokemon. But I'll cover that and the other one that'll appear at Southern Island in, in the Legendaries episode, which should be the next one after this. But I am going to say red because I do like Latias a little bit more than Latios. Well, isn't that something? They're still unknown Pokemon. Okay, so with that, off we go. Hang on, wait, we have another thing. Well, French, that was good work out there. I knew there was something special about you when I first saw you, but I never expected this. Oh, yes, do you still have the Pokedex I gave you? I have something to show you. Let's go to my lab. Now, French, May, I've had the two of you help me study Pokemon. Thanks to your help, new facts are coming to light. It appears that in the Hoenn region there are also Pokemon from other regions. It goes to show how rich and varied our natural environments of Hoenn happen to be. That's why I think it's necessary for me to upgrade your Pokedex to the National mode. Here, let me see your Pokedexes. I already had the National Dex, so this is pointless. But still. It's so cool that even my Pokedex is getting upgraded. It's because you went out and caught so many Pokemon. I did not catch all that many, but okay, thanks, May. Okay, all done. So now we have the National Dex, which we already had. But listen, you've become the champion, but your Pokemon journey isn't over. There's no end to the road that is Pokemon. Somewhere there's a grassy patch that's waiting for you. Yeah, there's Kanto, Hoenn, Sinnoh, Unova, Kalos, Alola. Okay, so this is Scott basically, basically it's him just calling to be like, hey, get on the boat. Play a character, get on the boat, you're going to the battlefront here, is basically what's happening there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly cut across from Slateport City. Also, yes, Pascal is currently the party, mostly just because it was when, it was the lead of the party when I, went to fight Wallace. So, I mean, realistically, it's level 2 Poochienas. I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference if I just blast them. Anyway, so now let's quickly throw our 3 tragically dead Pokemon into the PC. So, Manectric tragically has to go in. I am genuinely upset about all of these. And I could just deposit them individually, but I could, hang on just a second. I could have just went store and done it that way, but I think dragging them in individually feels more personal because, you know what? They earned, I don't know, a warrior's death, I suppose. I mean, especially Izanami, like, she went out poisoned, but went out with a pretty big hit. Honestly, if Izanami had critted that Milotic, I think she lived. So, that was just a little bit unfortunate. Also, now that we have access to the National Dex, Altering Cave will have opened up here. However, this is a weird one where there's a few different Johto Pokemon that can appear in there, like Smeargle can turn up. I mean, it's like Smeargle, Mareep, Ledyba, Houndour, and a couple of others. But also, at the same time, I don't know how it works. It requires interacting with a certain thing I know that there's just like a tick box for it in PK Hex to change what it is, but I feel like guaranteeing an encounter guaranteeing an encounter that could normally be like 7 different things, I feel like that's a little bit unfair. So I'm just gonna kind of leave that, and as it is, it would just be a Zubat. So yeah, Altering Cave, I'm just gonna leave it as is. And now that we're in Slateport City, it's time to hop on this boat. Hello, are you here for the ferry? May I see your ticket? Okay, so ticket. Perfect. That's all you need. Where you like to go? Okay, Lily Cove City it is. So I guess I go to Lily Cove, and from there I can go to the Battle Frontier. Don't know why I can't just go. Oh, well that explains it. Well, hi. Hey, something's come up, so I have to disembark. But am I glad to see you? Congratulations, League Champion. There's a place I'd like you to invite to. There's a place I'd like to invite someone like you. It's the Battle Frontier. What's the place like? You'll understand when you see it. I've spoken with the ship's captain about this. The next time you take a ferry, you should be able to sail to the Battle Frontier. Okay, I'll be waiting for you at the Battle Frontier. Okay, so now we should... this ferry is built to plow through fast-running currents. We hope you enjoy your voyage with us. Feel free to explore the ship. Okay, I guess we're doing that today. Actually, I think if I just take a rest here, I just immediately wake up and I've arrived. Okay, so... actually, no, I should check out one thing in here. These people want to fight. No? Oh! Oh, this guy gives us the TM for Snatch. That could be something... Okay, Snatch basically takes away a status move. But what is the TM randomized to? It is... Dragon Claw. That has some potential, okay. I don't know if anyone on this... Oh, the people on here do want to fight, okay. Okay, so... this guy has a Zangoose, it's level 54. Also, I will mention this now, and I'll mention it again once I arrive. While I'm at the Battle Frontier, while I am partaking in the battles at the Battle Frontier, while I'm in the battle facilities of the Battle Frontier, Nuzlocke rules are off. I also don't currently have my level cap, because realistically, I'm not going to be... Well, 1, I'm not going to be anywhere near them, and 2, I won't need them for a few episodes anyway. Okay, yeah, I'll fight this guy, then I'll run down, find one item that I think could be important. Oh, this guy has 6 Pokemon, this guy could take a little while. So I'm just going to blast him with Ice Beam, there goes the Skitty. So yeah, I know that if you go down into like the bowels of the ship, normally I think this is where you can find the leftovers, and in general I think having the leftovers could be kinda handy. Why did he just jump up 17 levels? Like, he just dropped to level 26 and then suddenly a level 43. You know what, I'm not gonna question it. Maybe it's like that guy in... I think he's in Platinum? I want to say he's in Pokemon Platinum. Who, you can fight him outside of, I want to say it's Eterna City, and he has 3 Magikarps, and one of them's just level 60. Like, he just has a level 60 Magikarp, but because it's a Magikarp, it doesn't really do a whole lot. Oh, so I guess the game devs thought it was totally okay to just give a guy a level 60 for such a garbage Pokemon. Also, yeah, this guy's levels are all over the place. He had one that was level 40, this one's level 36. I guess he just runs a range from level 14 to... I think the highest one I've seen was 48. Oh wow, he has level 50 Delcatty right at the end. And Surf. I guess this guy just... I don't know, maybe he just really likes Skitty but only had 1 Moonstone. Anyway, Pokefan Colton absolutely annihilated. I mean, realistically, what was he gonna do? Let's quickly talk to Mr. Briny though, let's see what he has to say. Welcome aboard. They made me honorary captain of the SS title. You can call me Captain Briny now. You know, I retired once before, but when I saw this majestic ship, let me just say, it stirred my sleeping soul as a sailor. Sleeping soul as a sailor is quite a tongue twister. It's empty. I think it's this one right at the end here that has leftovers in. and it was randomized to an X. That is tragic, and now I have to fight this guy. Okay, so this guy will probably have like a Machoke and a Pelipper. I'm gonna say he has Machoke and a Pelipper. He has a Tentacruel. I mean, this could potentially be a little bit dangerous, but I'm just gonna Thunderbolt him. I'm just gonna Thunderbolt him and be annoyed at Tentacruel for a little while. Mostly because all of those poisons were... Like, those poisons in the fight against Wallace were just uncalled for. Like, I lost a lot because of that. Like, I feel pretty confident in saying that the poison mattered, and that's why Pascal died. I don't know that for certain, but I feel like that's entirely possible. Also, the fact that I got hit by the very unfortunate Toxic. Izanami got hit with Toxic despite being on +2 evasiveness. That wasn't exactly ideal for me either. Either way, we should have made land in, whatchamacallit, Lily Cove City. So, wait, is there anything over here? I guess I'm fighting this guy. And in return, I'm doing so well today. I was working on the logic of, okay, I'll just fly through here, I'll do all of this without any real hassle, I'll get to the battle frontier in like 5 minutes, then can just knock out all of the battle facilities in one episode. I have an awful feeling that either this is going to become a very, very long episode, or this ends up being 2 or maybe even 3 episodes. We will see how this goes. Because it's entirely possible that I get completely wiped out in an instant at the battle frontier. Oh, I do actually have another encounter at the battle frontier as well. So that's some fun at least, because I'm going to be totally honest, I'm going to need more Pokemon. I'm going to need more Pokemon, and honestly, even just some things I can sacrifice if need be, for some of these legendaries that I'll be going for in, after I've dealt with, whatchamacallit, the battle frontier. So who knows, we'll find something over there. It's empty. Okay, so that was a complete waste of my time. But now that I've fought everyone else on here, I might as well go and talk to this lady. Because she's the only other person on here. Wait. No, wait, they're probably an Aroma lady, so I can just Ice Beam. No, they're a rich person, okay. They do have a Roselia, though. And that means it is time for me to just click Ice Beam. And Ice Beam just probably one-shots this thing, because its special defense isn't all that. I say that, but that's actually not exactly correct. Roselia and Rosebud have pretty okay special defense. Like, they aren't super bulky, but they do have pretty decent special defense, if I recall correctly. Okay, let's just hop off of this boat real quick. We've arrived. Great. Now we just hop back on the boat and go to the battle frontier. Off we go to the battle frontier. Honestly, it's been 10 years since Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire came out, and it's still cruel and unusual that they teased the battle frontier and it's not there. Like, that still kind of upsets me. Understandable why it's not there, but still. Is it your first time here? Please step this way. The front lines of Pokemon battling. Welcome to the battle frontier. For a first-time visitor, we issue the Frontier Pass. It's for use at all the facilities in the battle frontier. There you are. So now we can basically just try to win at all the facilities. We hope you enjoy all that the battle frontier has to offer. Well, the distant branch, you came out here. Oh, Mr. Scott, sir. Good day to you, sir. It's great to see you here, it really is. I hope you'll take your time and explore everywhere. Naturally, I hope you'll also experience the pure essence of battling. I also have my quarters here, so feel free to visit if you have time. Okay, so from here on out, Nuzlocke rules are paused. So if Walrein or Amingo or Smolder, I guess, knocked out, that's fine. That's fine. They are temporarily immune to dying. Can't catch anything here, yeah, because there's no direct access to the water. So here's the Battle Dome, I think. That's the Dome. I'm going to go with the Battle Factory first, because this one was always my favorite. Okay, so... I think this is... No, wait, this was a single battle one. Battle Swap single tournament. I'm going to go for the doubles tournament. where the intelligence of trainers is put to the test. Okay, which level do I want to challenge? Open level. Open level is basically just all the Pokemon will be level 100. I just rent the Pokemon and we battle. So, let's see what the game has in store for me in terms of my options here. No clear favorites when it comes to type, high risk, high return. Okay, so what can I choose from? I have access to a Meganium, a Breloom, a Wailord, a Glalie, a Feraligatr, and a Sceptile. Okay. I think I'm gonna go... Wow, these move pool are not great. I'm gonna go Meganium, Feraligatr, and Breloom, I think. Now, the question is, do I just get wiped out immediately? The answer is, it's entirely possible. Okay, so where all of these work is, I believe you do 7 battles, and I'll see how it goes. They have a Kangaskhan and a Metagross. I feel like I was definitely given the short end of the stick on this one. Okay, I'm gonna set up Rain Dance. I'm not gonna set up Rain Dance. Oh, they really do not want Feraligatr around, huh? Okay, Also, they're like, oh, their strategy is high risk, high return. Where's the risk? I ask you, where is the risk? Aerial Ace, why are they targeting Feraligatr so much? Like, what did Feraligatr do to these people? What did it ever do to them? Okay, so we're gonna blast them with a Solar Beam and Surf. They withdraw Kangaskhan and send in a Vileplume because it's going to be quad resisted. Send in Vileplume, it'll be quad resisted. I'm actually going to lose this first fight. Straight up, I think I lose this first battle. I mean, fortunately for me, I don't need to worry too much, because obviously this is kind of just like a little showcase of what the Battle Frontier facilities are. But come on! Like, I am getting completely robbed here. Okay, Yamash misses. Yamash misses. I load up another Solar Beam. I go for another Surf. Okay, we may be able to pull this one back, but it's not looking good for me, to say the least. We just tank a Sludge Bomb, I think. Meganium is bulky. Okay, maybe Meganium is a bit less bulky than I thought it was. And the Metagross once again heals with the lefties. And I'm still locked in on Solar Beam. Yamash hits and takes out the Meganium. Okay. So Surf should come in and do a lot of damage here. Although I just switched to a Breloom and it's probably gonna catch a Sludge Bomb, which obviously isn't ideal, but I can probably Mach Punch here. If nothing else, little positives, I didn't go 0-3. I didn't get completely swept. I at least beat one of their Pokemon, and Breloom gets a one-shot. Okay, so I outright just lose this here, because what can I do? I just get hit by Fake Out. I go for the hit. Oh, they went for Brick Break. Okay, so the Battle Factory, immediate failure. Immediate failure of the Battle Factory. But hey, that's just how this game is sometimes. I mean, hey, you know what? If nothing else, I guess that's showing the Battle Frontier quickly. I might come back and give that one another go, because I feel like that was an embarrassingly bad display. Right, so up here we have the Battle Pike, as represented by this cool giant Viper, where the luck of trainers is put to the test. Welcome to the Battle Pike. I'm your guide to the Battle Pike. Okay, 2 courses, level 50 and open level. Let's go level 50. We don't have 3 eligible Pokemon. 3 different Pokemon level 50 or lower. Different kinds of items. But 2 of my Pokemon holding the same item? Amulet Coin, Mystical a Sharp Beak. They aren't. Okay, I'm gonna hope that this doesn't mean I have to fight level 100s. But if I do, then even more reason why I'm saying the Nuzlocke rules are currently on pause here. Because again, what am I gonna do if I'm put out against level 100s here? Okay, in we go to the Battle Pike. So we step through here, and now we make our way through, like, little mazes and stuff, I believe? What do I have to say? I beg your pardon, but perhaps you're finding it difficult to choose your path. No? Let's go left. So left, we find an opponent. Oh, I guess it was just a lost person, okay. Right. And now we find an actual opponent. Here we are. Okay, so this guy's saying Mother Nature is his ally, so he'll be a Pokemon Ranger. No, it's just a camper. And they have a Voltorb. Okay, they scale to my highest level. That's fine. They scale to my highest level, not to level 100. If they scaled to level 100, I would be honestly worried and also kind of annoyed. Because, like, hey, cool, now I have to fight level 100s and I'm level 60. So I'm just going to switch out to Smolder because, whatchamacallit, that'll do a fair bit of damage. What am I talking about? Of course I get hit with the paralysis. Okay. Spark lands, hits for another 51. Or thereabouts. Shadow Ball takes out the Voltorb. This is going so badly. I know that okay, so I wasn't expecting the Battle Frontier to be a nice, simple, happy time, because I know the Battle Frontier cheats. I just didn't think I was going to have this much bad luck right out the gate. Like, I know that the higher up you go, the game actually just starts cheating, but I didn't think my luck was going to be this terrible so early on. Why does this Houndour have Protect? You know what, I'm not going to question it. I am not going to question it. I think that knocks out Smolder here. Smolder lives on 1. Fortunately for me, once again, Nuzlocke rules are on pause because there's no way I win all of these battles. Like, there's no way I win all of these battles, and otherwise it would just be a giant pain I have to deal with. Heal my Pokemon? No. Yes. Heal my Pokemon? No. Okay. Middle we go. What happens? Do I just get sent back? What happens here? Hylia has a timid nature, attacks without warning. Okay, I just got jumped by a Curlier, I suppose. Left again. And what do we end up with this time? Okay. Let's go left again, I suppose. I don't think I'm getting looped around. He'll have a battle of somewhat tough trainer. Buddy, I didn't even get healed after the last one. My Salamence is paralyzed and on 1 HP. Oh wait, all my Pokemon are asleep. Oh, that's what it did. The Curlier didn't... Okay, so the Curlier didn't put my... the Curlier didn't harm my Pokemon, on so to speak. It just put them to sleep, so now I have to wait around for them to wake up. Also, I love how this Cloyster hit me with the Confusion, and then is starting to go for Protect constantly, even though my Pokemon are still asleep. I don't think I win. Because even once I wake up, then I have to start dealing with the Confusion turns. Okay, so... I feel like this Cloyster just never misses Protect. Are my Pokemon just... There we go. Honestly, real Komala behavior out of my Pokemon right here. But hey, it happens sometimes. As long as I break through If I break through, I think I one-shot with Thunderbolt. There we go. Snaps out of confusion, blasts him with Thunderbolt. A Mingo should be able to probably do a fair bit here. Okay, that Cloyster actually took the hit. I'm a little bit concerned about that, but either way. One more, takes out the Cloyster. Great. That's one problem solved. Okay, so that is Cloyster dealt with. In comes a Cypher. Because of course it would be a Cypher. Of course it's the bug flying type to deal with my grass type. And now I have to switch to Walrein and let this thing gradually, slowly wake up. So, yeah, this is why I opted to not go for whatchamacallit. This is why I opted to not play with Nuzlocke rules at the Battlefront here, because it would just be fundamentally unfair. Like, it would be fundamentally unfair. There's no way that I could have done this. Okay, maybe if I talked to the lady and took her advice on like, hey, which way should you go? But also, I feel like asking that is unfair. Did this Curlier, like, lock me into the longest possible sleep cycle for this? Because I feel like Snowman has been asleep for 5 full turns. Like, I don't think I've had this bad luck with waking up in a Pokemon game in a very long time. Okay, we wake up. The the light screen is still up. Honestly, with light screen up, that's decent damage. And if he's just gonna spam double team, I think I'm okay. Because Shockwave doesn't check accuracy; it just hits him. Okay, and now fills with probably a Citrus, so he gets even more health back. No, that is a Lychee Berry, so his attack goes up. Now he goes for Aerial Ace. It probably doesn't kill, but we take out its Cypher. So if nothing else, we are going to see this guy's entire team of 3. He had Cypher, he had Cloyster. What could this last Pokemon be? Alakazam. No, it's a Banette, okay. I mean, it doesn't make any difference, I'm not gonna win. Actually, I had Sped, so Surf will do a lot. Mystic Water boosted. Spiked. That's not doing anything. That doesn't do damage. It lowers the PP, but it doesn't do damage. And now I Surf and I win. Okay. I would like to thank the game for throwing. Oh, of course, I get the crit now. Anyway. I think that might be the end here. On a victory, Pokemon will be restored to full health. Great. I think I'm near the end here, though. I might be wrong on that. But I think I'm near the end of the run of the Battle Pike. I guess not. Okay. Okay, so... I think... Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. This is me kind of like thinking out loud, I suppose. I'm going to record all of the Battlefront here in one very long thing, and then I might just put it as one episode, I might split it into 2 or 3, I'll see how it goes. But for now, I'm just going to sit and record all of it as if it's one massive video. Because this could take a while, because, I mean, realistically, if I did everything perfectly, I'd be doing a total of like 49 fights in here. I'm not doing absolutely everything, though. I probably won't get to any of the Frontier brains. I highly doubt I make it to any of the Frontier brains. I think in my previous playthrough I got it through a couple of them, but nah. I don't think I'll get to them in this one. If I make it to any of them, it'll probably be either Tucker or Luke. Who are the ones for the Battle Dome or the Battle Pike. But even then, I think Lucy turns up at 21. I think most of them turn up at 21 and then 49. So who knows? Not this Curlier again. This man hates me. Like, what did I do? Oh, I won. Great. Yeah, luck in abundance, she says. Okay, so I guess the further I don't know how far through that was. Anyway, did it wake my Pokemon up? It did wake my Pokemon up. Let's go! Okay, let's go and deal with the Battle Dome next, I think. Let's go Battle Dome next. Then I think we have the Battle Arena, the Battle Palace, the Battle Pyramid, and finally the Battle Tower. Honestly, for a second I thought the game had froze. Strategies of trainers are put to the test. Basically, we just enter a tournament here. And hopefully it will once again scale me to levels, because it could go very badly if it doesn't. Anyway, so off we go to the Battle Dome. Oh, this was the Battle Dome, right? Yes, it was, okay. So basically, this is presented as a little tournament. You can get through this without too much hassle, to be honest. First round matches next. Yeah, I don't really mind. Oh, I bring two Pokemon. I'll bring a Mingo and Smolder because they have the most coverage. They have the most coverage, and Snowmad does largely the same. Like, Snowmad's coverage is basically the same as a Mingo, but slightly less. Because I have Surf, Ice Beam, Shockwave, versus I have Surf, Aurora Beam, Shockwave, versus Surf, Ice Beam, Thunderbolt. Realistically, I probably should have given Thunderbolt to Snowmad as well, but honestly, having Shockwave has come in clutch a couple of times. Either way, we just Ice Beam the Chikorita, and it actually survives because Chikorita is a fairly, well, okay, Chikorita itself isn't super bulky, but it's sort of, but its evolution, yeah, quite tough to bring down. Like, Meganium is one of the bulkier grass types that I can think of off the top of my head. And by that I mostly mean that it's just, well, no, I don't know. How tough is it? I don't know how its stats actually look if you put them, like, next to Venusaur and Torterra and them. I do know that it's a good screen though. Like, you can use it with Light Clay and set up reflecting light screen and stuff. Pikachu, don't you dare. Don't you dare be setting up like this, son. Pikachu, don't. I'm telling you right now, don't. Okay, fine, wait, I don't have Shockwave, I have Thunderbolt. Okay, I just need to keep clicking Surf until I hit him. Eventually, I will hit him. This Pikachu has Thunder Punch. Little buddy has Thunder Punch. Not Thunderbolt. Not Thunder. Little guy has Thunder Punch. And Ludicolo has just sat here taking punches. I'm going to lose to a Pikachu because I can't hit it. I straight up can't hit this Pikachu. I think I just lose. Like, I need to get a good hit. I need to get super lucky and get a hit in, but I can't hit them. Like, if I hit them, they probably get knocked out. But I can't hit them. That's the problem. I just can't land a hit. Like, this Pikachu is ducking and weaving. Like, this Pikachu, it's ducking, it's weaving, it's bobbing. Like, it's doing everything it can. And Smolder just does not care and lands a Shadow Ball and probably one-shots it. Exactly. Thank you, Smolder. And for winning, apparently that lady said we are getting slapped. So you know what? Perhaps winning wasn't the right play. Also, I think, like, I'm no expert, but I feel like in general, if you do that, you probably get banned from stuff. Anyway, tournament tree. Okay, my next opponent is Nash. This is a surf match. This is time for a Mingo and to enter. These two will go in for the next one. This one's looking like an easy win. My opponent has a Magnemite, an Aron, and a Nobat. His best bet is the Magnemite. That's all he can realistically do, because the other two will just get wiped out by Surf in one hit. So the question is the game smart enough to know that? Also, obviously, the further you go in these, you'll win one tournament, then you can enter another one, then another one, then another one. You need to keep winning, and then the more tournaments you win in a row, eventually, I think it's after you win 3 tournaments in a row, and then 7 tournaments in a row, you get to battle the Frontier Brain. Because it's normally at, again, 7 and 49. I think the Battle Pike works a little bit differently. I think that one works a little bit differently because you have different numbers for each thing. But ultimately, it's probably like, I don't know, I'm going to guess like 42 and 84. Something like that. Either way, I'm going to be honest, I've never actually battled probably half of these before. Like, I know that, I think I've battled Nolan before. I know I've beaten Tucker before. I think I've battled Lucy the first time once. I've never played far enough to get to Brandon. Like, I know that I've never made it to Brandon at the Battle Pyramid, because the Battle Pyramid is unforgiving from what I remember. Okay, what is our next opponent bringing? Because this should be the final round, I believe. Oh, no, wait, we have one more match and then the finals. My opponent will have Corsola, Skiploom, Totodile. Well, I have my electric moves, so let's go Mingo Snowmad once again and head right on in. Okay, so that's pretty much, I'll do one tournament here, then I'll move on to the battle. I don't remember what the difference between Battle Arena and the Battle Palace is, but I know that there's Greta and Spencer as the people in charge of those. And I unintentionally clicked Surf. 10 out of 10, I'm doing so well today. After that, we'll go to the Battle Tower, I think? No, wait. The third or the fourth facility? This is the third one we're doing. Yeah, because I'll do the Palace and the Arena. Then I'll go to the Battle Tower, then I'll finish off with the Battle Pyramid. Actually, no, maybe I should do the Battle Tower last, because that's the one that always comes back. Well, technically, it's always one that comes back. It comes back in various guises, I suppose. Well, there's the 95% coming through, and we nearly just got mirror-coated in the next dimension. I mean, I say that, but, you know, I don't know if this thing survives a Razor Leaf. It doesn't, because it's quad-effective stab. Let's go! 10 out of 10, we love seeing a little bit of quad-effective stab damage. Okay, so now off we go into the final of this tournament, and then we should be okay. Okay, so we are going to be battling Yasmin in the finals, and she has a Primeape, a Chansey, and a Hitmontop. Okay, so that tells me that this is Smolder lead and a Mingo as backup. Mostly just because I don't really want to send something that's weak fighting in against these Pokemon, and I also have Wing Attack on Smolder. So I think I'm pretty okay. I feel like I have a good shot at winning this one. And after that, we can keep moving on through more Battle Frontier. Basically, I think I'm going to probably end up doing this as just one super long episode. This will probably just end up as one ridiculously long episode. And then, afterwards, I'll go and I'll get my legendary encounters in another episode. Then I will have 3 more Pokemon added to the team. Basically, for the end of the game, I'm going to have 3 more Pokemon on the team, fight all of the gym leader rematches, and then the final battle of the game. Where, hopefully, I don't get wiped out in an instant, but hey, anything could happen. Although, to be totally honest, I think, considering I'm going to have to train up to, like, level for the end, I think it might be time for me to just start using the rare candies to train. Mostly just because, like, training is fine. I don't mind grinding, but with all the trainers being 20% higher level, and the wild Pokemon, you know, not being leveled up at all, it does make training take a lot longer. So I think I might do that for the last one. Anyway, that's something for future me to think about. I believe the battle tower is over here. Yeah, so that's the tower. I'll come back to there. The pyramid is down here. Yeah, no, this is the battle palace, I believe. Okay, I guess we're going to the battle palace next, where the battling spirit of trainers is put to the test. I welcome you to the battle arena. Okay, this is the battle arena. Okay, so let's go open level again, I suppose. Builder, Sned, and Amingo. Also, once again, if you're in the middle of a battle on this and you reset the console, you get disqualified immediately. Basically, the game kind of locks you in as a, no, you aren't cheating this. Which is rather ironic considering how much of the game loves cheating the player in it. But hey, that's just how it goes. I think in this one, I don't remember how this one works. I think I just have to knock out, like, a certain amount of Pokemon. Like, if I knock out more Pokemon, I win. But I don't actually know how all this works. Then I know that there's another one. I know there's another one that works on, like, technique and stuff. Oh, I think this is just, no switches. I think I just can't switch out. In which case, I think I just went, oh, that's gonna hurt, actually. That's gonna hurt. That did not as much as I expected. Why is it going through me? It's a single battle. I could have just clicked return again. Got another 50 damage out. Okay, so there goes Clefairy. In comes Doduo. Big fan of Doduo. Doduo/Dodrio. Big fan of both of those. I remember when I was a kid. I don't know if this was everywhere or if it was just people I knew. And, well, I don't know. Oh, but I remember hearing so many people when I was a kid say, oh yeah, Farfetch'd evolves into Doduo. Like, no, it doesn't. It never did. It never will. Like, that's weird. Why would Farfetch'd evolve into Doduo? They look nothing alike. I think it was just because they were, like, right next to each other in the Pokedex. X and Farfetch'd didn't evolve into anything. But it's a bit weird to me. It's like, yeah, people genuinely seem to think that it evolves into it. Like, that's, I don't know, that's just always been a little bit of a weird one to me. Okay. So what will this guy have? He's never disappointed in his Pokemon, and that is honestly a good thing. I feel like we should never be disappointed in our Pokemon, because our Pokemon are our friends. Disclaimer: this statement does not reflect the statements of anyone who has ever had bad luck or plays competitively. And one shot about execute, because of course we do. Two levels aren't going to make a difference against super effective stab from Salamence. And another Clefairy. 2 battles, 2 Clefairies. What were the odds? I mean, the odds were like 2 and what, like 386 or something like that. Actually, no. Technically, the odds would be a little bit higher, I suppose, because I've done 2 battles. No, maybe like 2 and 7 something. I don't know. Maybe I don't remember how odds work. 10 out of 10 today on me being bad at maths and having not had to deal with, you know, stuff like that for a while. Anyway. Okay, the last Pokemon is a Torchic. I'm just gonna go for Shadow Ball and see how much it does. Now that I think about it, I don't think I saw a Torchic in this game. Because okay, that one shot, let's go. Because I wouldn't have seen one because I chose Mudkip as my starter, which means May chose as her starter, and therefore no one in the game actually had a Torchic. So no one would have a Combusken, and no one would have a Blaziken either. Now that I think about it, apparently this guy has no rival. Good for him. Wouldn't be me. I say that, but in Hoenn you don't really have much of a rival. I feel like in Hoenn you don't have much of a rival because May/Brendan kind of just gives up eventually. Like, they basically just go, yeah, actually, I can't beat you, so I'm just gonna stick to catching Pokemon. Good luck with that. Really toxic Trapinch? Okay. And then Wally is there, but you only fight him twice. Like, you can rematch him again at a later time, but you only fight him twice in the main game. Once before the third gym and once at the start of Victory Road. Unless you're playing original Ruby and Sapphire or Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. For some reason they changed it. In Emerald, you fight him at the start of Victory Road. In Ruby and Sapphire and the remakes, you fight him at the end of Victory Road. I mean, it makes perfect sense in the remake because it has like a separate room and everything, and it has, you know, and it has the cool visuals and the music and everything. Okay, I know that one of the go-tos for, like, hey, good music in the Gen 3 remakes was Wally's theme, like his final battle theme. Personally, I think the underrated part of that is the transition from his, like, really calm, nice, peaceful theme into the, like, kind of more, or, like, heavy guitars as of final battle theme. I think that's great. And also, Smolder is probably going to get wiped out by Feebas here, but hey, we don't talk about that because Nuzlocke wrote that off for this episode. Never mind, Smolder said no. Bro said he will not accept this. This man brought a Feebas. He brought a Feebas. Again, Feebas. The stupid little fish. Like, buddy, couldn't have even been a Milotic. Guess he doesn't know how to make beauty Pokeblocks. Shame. Okay, a Carvanha. Okay, Carvanha is such a cool looking Pokemon. And what was I talking about? I've lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah. I will say, I think Wally's team that you can fight him with at the end of Omega, like in the post-game of Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, I think that team is absolutely insane. Like, that's a really strong team that he can get. Like, the team that he can get when he turns up at the Battle Chateau. Battle Chateau? Battle Maison? I think it's the Battle Maison. No, it's the Chateau, I think. Whichever one it is. The one that you get access to in the post-game. I know, because I know that one's the Chateau, and that's, like, on Route 6, I think, in Kalos. Oh, and that's one that has, like, the entire nobility ranking system. That's a bit of a weird one. Also, I should just... Oh, it goes to Judge's decision because I didn't knock them out. Okay, Smolder defeats Clamper. Let's go. But I nearly lost my Salamence there to Judge's decision. That would have been pretty bad. Okay, so, now while I'm doing this, I will quickly bring up a thing, like, what was Wally's final team? Because I know that it's, like, super ridiculous. Wally's final team at the Battle Resort is... where is it? His final team at the Battle Resort is... He fights you with a Roserade that has Bright Powder, a Life Orb Talonflame, an Assault Vest Azumarill, an Air Balloon Magnezone, a Rocky Helmet Garchomp, and a Gallade with the Galladite. Like, that is a potentially insane team. Like, assuming that it has, like, all the IVs and EVs and everything, that is kind of insane. That's one of the strongest rival teams I think you ever see in the series. Actually, it might be. No, your rival, Barry at the end of Sinnoh is kind of insane. Where I think he has, like, Snorlax, Heracross. He has Snorlax, Heracross, Staraptor, his starter, and then two of, I think it's Rapidash, Floatzel, and I forget what the grass one is, which is probably bad, considering I've played through Gen 4 so many times. You know what? while I'm waiting on the animations playing out, I can just check what does my rival have at the end of that. No, that's not it. I can just quickly click. I can just click the buttons. Oh, he has a Roserade. Of course he has a Roserade. Why would I ever forget that? Anyway. Hey, yeah, you get some pretty insane rivals by the end. To be honest, part of what kind of irritates me about Gen 9 especially is the fact that, like, Kieran and Carmine in, whatchamacallit, Indigo Disc and Teal Mask, I think it was. I know I said those in the wrong order. I know Indigo Disc was the second one. Like, I know that they, especially Kieran, became ridiculous by the end. Like, I know that his gimmick is that he basically just brings out a full competitive team. Like, I know he has Drizzle Politoed, I know he has a Fake-Out Intimidate Incineroar, I think he has a Grimmsnarl that sets up screens, he has a multi-scale Dragonite. Like, he was watching the competitive VODs, basically. And I also love how his AI is basically programmed in such a way that if you use Ogepon against him, he will target Ogepon until it's gone. I think that's a cool thing for his character. And, okay, so I'll be totally honest, I didn't buy the DLC for Scarlet and Violet, because, I'll be honest, I just didn't like Scarlet and Violet. Like, I think its story is kinda bad. I don't like the region. I don't like most of its characters, and I think Nemona is very annoying. But hey, I will talk more about Scarlet and Violet when I inevitably give it a second chance and play through it on here. To be honest, I'm almost looking forward to it, but at the same time, I still have a lot of Pokemon games to get through before that day finally arrives. Anyway, how many of these fights do I have left? I think I have 2. I think I have 2 left here. Is it? Yeah, 6. Opponent number 6. Right. Okay, this guy is saying he can't be defeated. But, although in the interest of time, maybe it would be better just lose, but still. Yeah, pretty much, the way the Battle Frontier works is, obviously, all the battle facilities have their own rules. So, I don't think there's a single one outside of the Battle Tower that's just a straight-up, regular, normal battle. Like, this one, you have the rules, you have certain rules and stuff. I think the Battle Palace, the same one, it's kind of the same rules, but slightly different. The Battle Factory, you have to borrow all the Pokemon. The Battle Arena is, sorry, the Battle Dome is the kind of tournament one where you do 2v2s. Because the Battle Pike, you kind of navigate through your own little place. I distinctly remember going through the Battle Pike when I was a kid, and I was really annoyed by it because I found a wild Milotic in there and a wild Dusclops, and mostly for Milotic because it was like a level 60 wild Milotic. And the game was like, you don't have any Pokeballs. You can't catch that. It's like, no, let me catch this thing. I'm never going to find a Feebas in the wild. Fun fact, to this day, ever since I was a little kid up until now, I have never found a Feebas in the wild in this game. Like in Ruby or Sapphire or Emerald. In Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire I have, because they made it so much easier. But still, like, honestly, kind of insane. That might be the best hidden Pokemon ever. They really did not want people finding Feebas. What I want to know is, how did people find out? Like, how did people find out that it's on, like, 4 tiles? Like, how do people figure out that it's on, like, 4 specific tiles that are randomized every single time? I think it's like 4 tiles that are randomized when you first start the game. I'm sure that now there's probably I'm sure that now someone's probably made a program that can kind of identify it and be like, hey, yeah, they'll turn up here, 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 and here. And then Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire just went, yeah, just fish under the bridge. and you find them. I think that's how it works in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. It might work, it might be like a specific hour, like a specific time of day, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. I remember finding one. I remember finding a lot of them in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. So much so that I even went, yeah, I'll chain fish for them and found a shiny one. Because I kind of wanted a shiny Milotic, because shiny Milotic looked cool. Honestly, chain fishing was I was a big fan of chain fishing in Gen 6. It was very kind of limited in what you could find, but I was just a big fan of it. I really liked being able to do that. Again, what? Oh, that's Wish. Okay. Like, I quite like chain fishing, mostly just because it was so easy to find shinies. Like, did I end up with like 40 shiny Poliwhirls? Yes. Did I end up with just as many shiny Relicanths? Also yes. Did I ever find that shiny Dragonair? Absolutely not. Honestly, the really upsetting one was I found so many shiny Basculin, and I think all but one went for Final Gambit before I could catch them. Like, the amount of times I would find one, try to catch it, it would break out and and just hit me with Final Gambit it was upsetting, to say the least. Okay, this is the Battle Palace over here. Actually, while I'm here, there should be a... How do I get over there? You know what? I'll come back for it at a later time. Okay, so off we go to the Battle Palace. So what are the rules going into this one? Because I have a feeling I'm going to need these explained. Okay. Battle halls. Information. Several auditoriums for single battles named single battle halls. Conducted in the usual way except one crucial rule that must be obeyed. Only switch their Pokemon in and out. Are otherwise forbidden to command their Pokemon. Okay. So basically, the way the Battle Palace works... Basically, the way the Battle Palace works is you pick your Pokemon. It's basically you pick your Pokemon, and then you can choose to switch. You can switch or surrender, but otherwise your Pokemon will fight for themselves. You get no say in the matter. That is honestly really interesting. I quite like the idea of that. But also, at the same time, so I'm just going to quickly, I'm going to tab out of OBS and stuff, and I'm just going to quickly look at this, because I know I'm not playing all the way through here. Get to the end here, and after 3 successful runs through here, so after 21 consecutive wins, Spencer will challenge you, and will use a Crobat, a Slacking, and a Lapras. After 42 consecutive wins, he'll challenge you again with an Arcanine, a Slacking, and a Suicune. Which is kind of insane. And also, okay, Mingo will go for Razor Leaf now. Let's go. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10, my Pokemon might be a little bit smart. Like, my Pokemon may be kind of intelligent. If he is incapable of using power. Apparently both were incapable of using that power, okay. So while I'm here, I might as well check what the other ones had. At the battle arena, you would fight Greta. The first time, she will fight you with a Heracross, an Umbreon, and a Shedinja. After 27 straight wins. And after 56, she'll fight you again with an Umbreon, a Gengar, and a Breloom. Okay, an interesting set of Pokemon from her. At the battle factory, you get 21, 40. After 21 and 42 battles, as you fight Newland, and his team is randomized just like yours will be. So he could have anything that turns up. So this could go very well or very badly. Over at the Battle Dome, after you win 5 consecutive tournaments, Tucker will turn up with a Swampert, a Salamence, and a Charizard. and after 10 consecutive tournament wins, so 39 battles in a row, he will turn up with a Swampert, a Latias, and a Metagross. Which is kind of insane. Also, Amingo, please just click Thunderbolt. At the Battle Pike, Lucy will challenge you after 28 consecutive rooms, and then again after 140. The first one, she has Survivor, Milotic, and Shuckle. The second time, she has Survivor, Gyarados, and Slicks. Then, at the end of the Battle Tower, which is the next one we'll be going to, at the end of the Battle Tower, after 35 fights, you fight Annabelle, who has Alakazam, Entei, and Snorlax. Then if you somehow make it to 70 straight wins, then if you make it to 70, she fights you again with Raikou, Snorlax, and Latios. Then Brandon, the final one, his team, I distinctly remember because he just runs for Reggies. Yeah, the first time at 21 floors, he fights you with Regirock, Regice, and Registeel. And then after 70 floors, he'll fight you again with Articuno, Moltres, and Zapdos. And yes, I don't know why I said it like that, I don't know why I said it in that order, but hey, here we are. Amingo began growling deeply. Buddy, you are Ludicolo, what are you doing? He is incapable of using its power. Yeah, this one, I feel like this is an interesting concept for a battle. I feel like this is an interesting concept for a battle facility, but is also probably the worst, because it's like, okay, cool, what if we took all agency away from the player? It's like, what if we took all agency and potential strategy away from the player? Also, that's quad resistor, that does nothing. Razor Leaf hits, that's gonna do a lot. And it's one shot, fantastic. So yeah, after this episode, I have the Legendaries episode, where I will be hunting down Groudon, Kyogre, Rayquaza, Latios, Latias, I think Jirachi was event only and didn't have a special thing. But I'll still be hunting down Deoxys, I'll be hunting down Mew, and I think Ho-Oh and Lugia, I think Naval Rock is also in this game. I think. I believe it is. So that should be okay. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'll do this fight and then I think I'm gonna stop this challenge. Because, one, this is starting to go on forever, and two, I don't have control over the game for this, so this could take an additional, like, however long, and it's not exactly fun, this one, because, again, my agency is I can choose whether or not I switch in or switch out, and that's it. That's all the input I have. I know that there's probably, like, deeper mechanics to it, knowing, like, what the nature of your Pokemon is and how they'll react and adjust, but yeah, it's a bit inconvenient, and also the game seems to love telling my Ludicolo that it can't use its own power. Okay, began growling deeply. Amingo began growling deeply and then proceeded to click the not very effective option when it has 2 super effective options available. Yeah, it seems incapable of using its power. There's the Thunderbolt. That'll take out the Psyduck. That is exactly what you needed to do, like, 3 turns ago. 10 out of 10. Good job, Ludicolo. Now I just need the Seal. Now I just need the... Okay, goes for Fake Out. We tank that. And now I just need Amingo to click Thunderbolt again. Thank you. Thank you, Ludicolo. Thank you. And that should one-shot. Okay, fantastic. Get me out of here. I'm quitting this challenge because this is not fun. Like, this takes forever. Yeah, we're gonna retire from this one. Yeah, like, I don't know, I feel like that one is... It's an interesting concept, but I think it's just kind of goofy and not all that fun to play with. Although, I am going to make a quick little detour and surf on over here to talk to this old lady. Excuse me, young one, have you good eyesight? There's an odd tree past you, and to my tired eyes, it seems to wiggle. I never picked up the squirt bottle, so I'll have to come back for this at a later time. Okay, so we have 2 facilities left. First up, we have the battle... Yeah, let's go to the pyramid first. Where the courage of trainers is put to the test. Welcome to the battle pyramid, in the battle quest. That's how you know it's serious. 3 Pokemon qualified. I have to take all items off, okay. Okay, so Amingo, take the amulet coin, take the mystic water, and take the sharp beak, and away we go! Okay. So I'm gonna be totally honest, I have never even made it to, like... I don't think I've ever made it to, like, floor 10 here. Because I know that you do 7, then... You do 7, then you go back down to the bottom, and you go again and again and again. And I don't know if I've ever actually, like, made it all the way through. Oh, also, I don't have any of my items. I will allow myself to just use any items I find in here, though. So, basically, I'm just going to get jumped randomly from all sides. It's because, obviously, I don't have access to Flash, so I'll periodically just get jumped and have to fight. So, hopefully we can get through this without too much hassle. Not the poison turn 1. So, I don't think the game gives me, like, natural antidotes. I think I can only use items that I find while I'm kind of rooting around in here. So, Amingo might just get wiped out here, and there's not really a whole lot I can do about it. I mean, realistically, what I could do about it is switch out to Smolder and just go for Wing Attack. That would be the much, much smarter play. Okay. So, and it got for Omni Boost. I know I'm gonna take it out with Surf here, but wow, this is going badly. I mean, to be fair, I always come into Battlefront here expecting the worst. Battlefront here did get a rework. Like, they did rework it at a later time. Oh wow, I got 1 Hyper Potion and an Ether. Cool, but I don't have a thing. Also, there's wild Pokemon in here, but I can't catch anything. That is so cruel and that is so cruel, game. I would love to catch an Electabuzz. Like, Electabuzz is a Pokemon that I'm very fond of. Oh wow, I'm just gonna get jumped from all sides here. Yeah, I don't think there was... Like, I could have... If I was a little bit more patient, I probably could have dodged them and made my way out. But no, I messed it up. I mean, on the plus side, Amingo's still alive for now. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, I'll make as far as I can through in here, but I'll probably get wiped out on, like, floor 3 or 4. I'll probably get wiped out here on, like, floor 3 or floor 4. And then, after that, I'll challenge the battle tower. I'll do a few battles there, then I'll end off the episode. Or maybe I'll run back and get, whatchamacallit. Maybe I'll run back and get, I've forgotten what it's called. Squirt Bottle and go and get the encounter, then end off the episode. I don't know, that is for future me to think about. Also, yes, I probably should try to fight all those trainers and find... Okay, I guess it must just be wild electric types on this floor. If I ever found a shiny in here, I would be so upset. If I found a shiny in here, I would be... Because the game won't let you catch it if you find one. But also, like, it's a shiny. I think the way I would handle it is straight up, if I find a shiny in here, if I encounter a shiny in here, I'm just letting myself like, if I find a shiny in here, I'm just genning one in. Because I would catch it. I would drop everything to catch it. Okay, so I think okay, I'm gonna give it one more turn. Thank you. I was gonna say I'm gonna give it one more turn, and if I don't, I'm just gonna run for it. No, there was not even there. Well, I messed that up, didn't I? I mean, hey, on brand as always, I suppose. Also, I probably shouldn't. I should probably try to find the routes that will give me the most kind of area coverage. But also, I'm kind of just like hugging the wall here to just cover as much safe zones as I can. I don't even know what combination I am talking. Anyway, Pikachu goes for Slam. I think I should... Game? Game, not now. Game, don't you be doing this to me. Game, you doing this to me. Like, I'm supposed to be gaming right now. But no, I'm gonna try to run away. I think... Oh, this Pikachu just has Thunderbolt. Would it still have Thunderbolt level? Probably would, actually. It naturally learns Thunderbolt at level 26. Okay, so this thing has Thunder Wave, Thunderbolt, Slam, and something else, and I got jumped again. Okay, so I think it's safe to say that I probably am not making it to floor number 7 here. Okay, and Execute. If nothing else, I can probably Ice Beam this thing. Actually, I'd probably get Outsped and hit with a Grass move. No, I got Outsped and hit with Confusion, which will do like 20 damage. Okay, I did 37, I stand corrected. Okay, so we take out the Execute in one hit. Fantastic. Also, I'm gonna be honest, I'm waiting for like one rock type to turn up and just my entire day here. I'm not gonna bother healing because this... I'm not gonna bother healing because realistically, I don't want this to go on longer than it has to. And this is kind of just to show off what each battle facility kind of is. So hopefully I'm giving at least a little bit of a view as to like what you do in each one. Pretty much the way the battle pyramid works is you go on a little quest, basically. Basically, you take your free Pokemon, with whatever they may be. They aren't allowed to have held items. You take your free Pokemon, whatever they may be. They aren't allowed held items, and you have to ascend the Dark Pyramid. And basically, there's wild Pokemon, and there's other trainers in the pyramid. You can use whatever items you find in the pyramid to help you in your ascent. But otherwise, you're kind of just on your own. And hopefully I can get through here without too much hassle, but this is quite difficult. Also, I'd like to thank this Electabuzz for not just hitting me with an electric move for some reason. I can only assume it mustn't have one. Because, okay, good, no, that's Surf one-shots. I probably shouldn't be surprised. I have like a 13 level gap, and also... Oh no, it's this kid again. I'm pretty sure this was the kid that attacked me earlier. Like, this was the kid at the Battle Factory who the game gave a... What did they have? They had Metagross, Kangaskhan, and a Vileplume. And they absolutely annihilated my team. Admittedly, my team was maybe not the best planned out, but also at the same time, I don't think I had... I think I was kind of locked into a bad situation there. Because my other Pokemon I could have had that I didn't take were... There was a Glalie, there was a Wailord, and I don't remember what the last one was. I keep finding all the people in here. I fought this guy earlier too. He was at Battle Pike. These people just following me around. I know that okay, that's a joke. I know that they do have like a few set kind of lines that they'll say. But come on, okay. That'll take out Snowmad. So now I can switch in, go to Smolder, and Smolder should be able to just knock this thing out in a single hit. Intimidate will activate. Make it even weaker. Once again, I know I've been mentioning it I know I've been mentioning it periodically for the last hour now, but yes, Nuzlocke rules are off during this episode. This episode is just to show what the Battle Frontier is and how it all works. I think... Okay, I'm just gonna say that, right? If Smolder gets paralyzed, I'm just gonna quit. I'm just gonna quit the challenge, because I don't think I'm gonna win. Okay, so let's do that. Can I find the way up? There it is. Okay, I found Knighton. I found a fluffy tail that gets me out of one wild battle. But I don't see another way up. Not in a hurry, anyway. And... That's a level 58 Wild Vileplume, okay. I am going to run away from that like a big hero, because I don't want to mess with that. And I find a Lum berry. The Lum is a good berry to have. Okay, there's just fishermen here. This man's saying his Pokemon will make me downcast. Okay, what do you have? You have a Tentacool. Okay, that's not too bad. Clear Body prevents Intimidate from doing anything. I'm just going to go for Shadow Ball. It's physical. Tentacool is more of a specially defensive Pokemon. And we just one-shot because, you know, we are a fully trained pseudo-legendary Pokemon. Okay, so... where else can I go here? That is... Game, you can't just be an extra after killing my episode. I'm just gonna go for Shadow Ball and hopefully at one shot. Pascal would have taken that. Pascal would have easily taken that. And we get hit by Thunder. Oh dear. And we get paralyzed. Okay, I'm gonna run away like a big hero. Well, that's bad. I am going to use the fluffy tail to get out of this battle. And now, I'm going to just quit the battle period. Oh, retire. Okay, fantastic. We're going to retire from that because realistically, I ain't winning that. Straight up, I ain't winning that. Now then, let's give my Pokemon their held items back, and then we can head on over to the final place we need to be today. I hadn't really planned on doing it that way, but you know what? Let's just do it that way. Sure, why not? Let's give the King's Rock to Snowman. Probably not my best decision, but hey, here we are. Okay, so we have a maximum of 7 battles left here. Also, there is this area. This is not what I thought it was. I was looking for the kind of exchange place. A sticky sort of Pokemon with a long tail up ahead was hiding under a boulder and it kept staring at me. Interesting. Okay, you know what? In an attempt to make this go a little bit faster, let's take on the double battle rooms. I don't have 4 eligible Pokemon. Okay, I guess we're doing single battles because I don't have another Pokemon trained up to be even remotely close to this level. So, realistically, I could and probably should have just went, yeah, I'll bring Pascal back out. Or brought out Vermilion or Izanami. I should have brought out one of my other dead Pokemon, because technically I could use... Yeah, Nuzlocke rules again are paused. I think this episode title is just going to be Nuzlocke rules are paused. Partially for the bit, and also partially just because I think it makes a lot more sense. Honestly, that kid's speaking sense. Sometimes it is just way too hot places. Okay, so... Surskit. Fantastic. This guy has... Actually, I can just Thunderbolt because Bug does not resist electric. Bang! One shot, because Surskit's made of paper. Okay, I say that. Surskit is... I actually don't know. I think Surska is very frail. That is a Spinnerack. I'm just gonna go for Surf. Spinnerack is an interesting and kind of weird Pokemon to me. It's like, I want to like Spinnerack, I want to like Ariados, but it's just not very good. And honestly, that kind of saddens me a little bit. Also, I feel like it evolves weirdly late. Like, it evolves at like level 22. Especially in the context of a Nuzlocke, getting a Spinnerack to level 22 can be a lot harder than it might sound. I mean, obviously you can switch Trin and use the EXP share and stuff for it. But realistically, even then you're getting Ariados, and as much as I like bug types, Ariados kinda just ain't it. It's unfortunate, to say the least. Opponent number 2. So, let's just keep going. Did this guy just ask me what I'm up to? I'm recording Pokemon Emerald. I'm recording Pokemon Emerald. I'm dealing with the Battlefront here in one very, very long episode, so I can then have... so I can then do my legendary encounters and then my final fights in 2 more episodes, and then I'm done. And then Pokemon Emerald will be done. Unless I make the death montage, which I forgot about until this exact second. I'll probably still do that. I'll probably still make one of those, because those are usually kind of fun. No promises, I might not, but I probably will. Anyway. What am I talking about? Anyway. This Lombre has Brick Break. Interesting. That did more damage than I thought it would, okay. Honestly, I probably should have just gone out to Smolder. I feel like I probably should have just gone out to Smolder and gone for Wing Attack. Wing Attack would have got this thing. Because it's physical and Lombre. I know because I have a Ludicolo. I know that their special defense is higher than their physical. And their last Pokemon is a Poliwhirl. Okay, so I can just Thunderbolt this. Once again, Thunderbolt, as always, coming in super clutch, coming in handy. Okay, so there goes a Poliwhirl. Oh, and now... Buddy, are you okay? Like, is he Amnesia Man? Does he have amnesia? If he doesn't remember who he is. Like, buddy, I think you should be maybe going to see a doctor rather than having some Pokemon battles. Because that can't be good for your health. Okay, that's a Ditto. I should outspeed, though. Okay, I land Surf. That's a lot of damage before he gets to transform. Okay, that is actually perfect. Genuinely perfect. Now I can just go for Surf again. I'm going for Surf again because I think the animation is faster. I'm going for Surf there mostly because I think the animation is just a little bit faster, and I feel like this episode is really starting to drag. Like, and... yeah. As much as I like the Battlefront here, I feel like maybe doing all of it in one episode wasn't my best decision. And this guy also has a Smeargle. Okay, I'm just gonna click Surf. He has Fake Out, of course he does. I mean, I don't know why... This man has Smeargle. That hit for more damage than I was expecting it to. Smeargle is such a good Pokemon. Like, it simultaneously has everything and nothing going for it. Like, it can get every move, but its stats are absolute garbage. And I think that's incredibly funny. Anyway, okay, they adore Pokemon like their children. Fair enough. Okay, what do you have, though? You have a Snorunt. I don't think I saw a single Snorunt in my playthrough, because because not many trainers have them, and also they appear in a grand total of 1 area in the entire game. They turn up in like the I think they turn up in the Ice Cave at the bottom of Shoal Cave, which you can only access when it's at low tide. Oh, also, before I went into the Pokemon League, I did go back and get all the stuff to make the Shell Bell. I ended up not using the Shell Bell, which, honestly, honestly, that might have been a bad decision. Because it's entirely possible that having the Shell Bell on Pascal or something, I don't know how much of a magnet really helped, but having that maybe could have saved him. Could have maybe saved her for another turn. Like, obviously, this is all me thinking back. What's the word? Like, with hindsight, that's the word. This is me thinking back on it with hindsight, like a day or two after. But yeah, I feel like maybe I could have saved one or two of my Pokemon. And, like, I don't know if Izanami was always going to die. Actually, no. No, I feel like sacrificing Izanami was probably the better decision in the moment. I feel like it was a better decision in the moment because I was getting a lot of damage and getting a safe switch as opposed to an unsafe switch, and then perhaps putting it in a situation where it would have just come back out and died later anyway. Okay, yeah, I've definitely fought this guy earlier who said his Pokemon were a dream. Okay, another seal. I've fought so many seals in this episode. Genuinely, if anyone has sat through this entire episode, please tell me how many seals I've fought. I think this is like the 7th one. Oh, also, if you're wondering why I'm fighting largely, like, unevolved Pokemon here, if you're wondering why I'm fighting primarily unevolved Pokemon here, it's mostly just because as you go through, you start finding tougher and tougher Pokemon. So as I'm going through here, I'm fighting like Seal, I'm fighting Teddiursa. Like, I fight Seal, I fight Teddiursa. Let's say their last Pokemon's a Zubat. Actually, you know what? I will continue this sentence. Oh, that was a lot of damage. I will continue this sentence in about 10 seconds when they send out their final Pokemon. So they had Seal, they had Teddiursa, and they have Swablu. If I was coming through here at a later time, if I was on a higher win streak, they would have had Dugong, Ursaring, Altaria. Basically, the higher your win streak gets, the tougher the Pokemon become. Eventually, I don't remember exactly how far you have to get, but eventually certain legendary Pokemon can start coming out. So, in this one, I believe it's the legendary birds, the legendary beasts, the Reggie Trio, Latios, Latias. I think those are the, and I believe those are all of the ones that can come out. Sorry, is that Dream Swablu? Swablu, ladies and gentlemen, and others. Amenko, please just wake up. I swear, every single time one of my Pokemon's fallen asleep in this episode, it has been asleep for like, my Pokemon haven't gone to sleep in this episode, they've gone into a coma. Anyway, Mulder can just come in and headbutt my way to victory, because it should outspeed. You know what, I'll just go for Wing Attack, it's Sharp Beak Marathon as well, so that should walk up. There we go. Fantastic. I believe I have 2 battles left here. Yeah, I fought that guy in the battle pyramid, because I remember his dialogue there. Anyway, we have 2 fights left. Fantastic. Okay, a Hiker, buddy, you should have rock types. Thank you for your service and letting me just annihilate your team. Okay, that's a Lavatar. We surf. We surfing. Okay, so what else was I saying? Oh, yeah. So as you go through, you find tougher and tougher and tougher Pokemon. Eventually, the game does just start cheating. Like, I'm sure that there's probably, like, science stuff, and people have ran the numbers for it. And just, like, if you get to a certain point, if a game actually just visibly starts cheating, like, you'll just start missing everything, and, like, everything that enemies do will crit, probably. Like, I am dead certain that by the end of that, by the time you're pushing the very limits of the battle frontier, that the game just says, no, you aren't winning, and cheat. So you'll lose. But again, I don't know all of the details about it. Either way, we have one battle left. Then I'm going to quickly run, grab a Pokemon with Fly, do a thing, then go and catch a Pokemon. Then, and I guess I'll go check out the cave next to it. And after that, I'll end off the episode. Because I also have a Legendaries episode to do. And honestly, I feel like I should probably level up my Pokemon for that because, gonna be honest, I don't know what those Legendaries are gonna be, but I know they're all randomized, and I know that Gen 1, 2, and 3 Legendaries available. So, who knows? Anything could happen, but hopefully it's safe. Hopefully I can comfortably and safely catch these Pokemon. Because, honestly, gonna be totally honest, if I find a one that I really like, I might just put it on the team. I do have a specific rule that I apply to Legendaries, but I'll explain more about that as and when I'll explain that if I catch one and decide that I'm gonna put it on the team. But basically, they have a different kind of weight of a team than other Pokemon would. But I'll explain more about that if and when need be, because honestly it's a rule that I quite like, and I feel like it balances Legendaries. But okay, so that is 7 trainers defeated. Also very bold of them to say I have infinite talent here, but okay, thanks. Okay, now then. No, I do not want that recorded. So there should be a PC over here. So let's quickly go and pick up a Pokemon. So I will quickly pick up Swablu. Honestly, I'll quickly pick up Marill as well, because I think I need Waterfall. Also, first things first, let's head on back to Rustboro City. I think there's also an in-game trade somewhere. I think there's an in-game trade somewhere around here, but I don't know exactly where it is. So I'm probably just going to leave that, and I'll check in on it at a later time. Okay, you know what? Oh, also, I have the Acrobike. I have the Acrobike, which is why I'm going a little bit slower. Because, you know, Acrobike is naturally a little bit slower. I talked to this lady, I think. Okay, there we go. We have the Whalmap Ale. Oh, that is actually very convenient. While I was checking that, I went to quickly see what, where that last in-game trade was. But before I go back over there, I'm also going to fly over to Moss Deep City, because Steven normally leaves you a Pokemon here. There's usually a note and a Beldum in a Pokeball, so let's see what he's left us. It's a letter. To Branch. I've decided to do a little soul searching and train on the road. I don't plan to return home for some time. I have a favour to ask of you. I want you to take the Pokeball on the desk. Inside it is a Beldum, my favourite Pokemon. I'm counting on you. May our paths cross again someday. Stephen Stone. So, what is it? Check the Pokeball. Contained a Beldum. Check the Pokeball. Yes. So, what is this Beldum? It was a Masquerain. Okay. I mean, it does have Intimidate, so maybe usable? I'm not gonna. Probably not. Okay, so first things first, I am going to quickly detour back up towards the Battle Tower. This is the nope, it's just up here, and I believe they are in here. I talked to a person in here who wants a Skitty-Knob. Pokemon's a Beedrill, do you know it? What do they want? Will I trade a Skitty for a Beedrill? No, but thanks, I guess. Now then, let's go and find the Pokemon. Because there was this guy who talked about a sticky sort of a Pokemon with a long tail up ahead. It was hiding under a boulder and it kept staring at him. But as you can see, we don't have a way in there. So let's quickly go and investigate a cave where we can. Because normally, I believe in that cave, I think that cave is normally guaranteed to be Smeagol, but I don't know. Okay, so you check this out, and that tree is dancing. Normally, this would be a Pseudo-Wudo, so let's hit it with the Whale Map Hail and see what it is. Wait, do I have the Pokeballs to catch this thing? Is that a Ponyta? It is a Ponyta, okay. Oh, yo, that looks so cool! Like, I love how it does the little kind of orange flare thing. That looks really nice. Oh wow, I am very low on Pokeballs. I need to stock up. I will definitely be stocking up on Pokeballs before the Legendaries episode because I will be in a bad spot if I don't. Because realistically, I need those to catch them. Like, I will absolutely need Pokeballs to catch a legendary Pokemon. I have like 7 legends to attempt to catch. I do have one just guaranteed. I have the Master Ball. I have the Master Ball, so there will be one where I'll just see it and just throw the ball immediately. Honestly, depending on how dangerous a Pokemon it is, I might just do that for one of them regardless. Because, you know, certain legendaries are a lot... There's some legendaries that I'm going to be a lot more worried about seeing just pop up than others. But hey, with that, we find a Ponyta, we catch the Ponyta, and it goes immediately in the death box. That's a little bit unfortunate, but hey, here we are. Now, we surf on down here, and into this cave. Just over here, quite far away. And I believe it's just Smeagol in here. Yeah, Artisan Cave, this is just a Smeagol. So, this is just a Smeagol in here. I'll catch it, and then I'll kind of just run around and pick up the items, and actually, I'll just catch this Smeagol, and then I'll just end off the episode here. Then, in between episodes, I'll run around here, pick up the items I'll just run around, pick up the items, and then I'll go and kind of stock up on stuff, and hopefully we'll be able to do the Legendaries episode without too much hassle. Because I am starting to get very aware of the fact that this episode has gone on for over an hour and a half. And, yeah, it's been an hour and a half of basically nothing. This has been a filler episode, to be totally honest. 2, 3, click. Okay, thank you, game. Thanks for working with me. So, we now have Smeagol. This is not going on. But hey, we now have a Smeagol. So I'm going to save and end off today's episode here. Next time, I'll be going to get all of my legendary encounters, and in the episode after that, we will have the grand finale of Pokemon Emerald. So, as always, feel free to leave a comment or click any of the buttons down below if you feel so inclined, and I will hopefully see you all next time for more Pokemon Emerald. Okay, thanks for watching. Later.